Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel. So in today's video, we'll be looking at one of my recent pickups. So without going on any further, let's just continue on and we'll start off this video by looking at the box and packaging. So if we just go ahead and have a look at the actual box, this is your box. It is a Air Jordan 1 box. So it's not your traditional Air Jordan box where it's all black and you have your gold Jumpman in the middle. This is actually an OG pair, so it has come in this black box. You have your Nike Air branding, Nike logo in the middle, and it's also throughout the box. There is also one side of the box, and I'll just read that out to you. It says 1985 Air Jordan 1. Right, so if I just go ahead and read off the box label, and the box label reads Air Jordan 1 Retro Low OG EX, and it's of a colourway of black, fire red, dark, smoke grey. Right, so it is a personal pair, so I've gone for my true to size, and that's your box label for anyone who is copying a pair. Right, so if I just go ahead and peel back this lid, we have a flip off lid, standard tissue paper, nothing out of the ordinary. If I just go ahead and peel back this paper, we can then have a look at the kicks. So here is your first look on this channel, the Air Jordan 1 Retro OG EX. Right, so in this video, I tried to cover certain aspects of the sneaker. So we'll talk about materials, we'll talk about sizing, and we'll talk about availability. So if I just give you a quick run of my personal thought of the actual sneaker, it is a personal pair. I don't know why I didn't get it any sooner. To be honest, I double copped on certain pairs. I've managed to flip them over and I managed to grab this pair. I know it's a late sort of review. I know there's been probably 1,000 videos on YouTube already on this. So this is just a video to show you my recent pickup. And also, if it's something you don't actually have, maybe part of your collection or your rotation, maybe at the end of the video, you might be able to decide whether this sneaker is for you if you want to pick up maybe later on. So let's just start off this video by looking at the materials. So we'll just start off by looking at the front end of the sneaker and I'll work my way up. So if you just go ahead and look at your mudguard, now the materials on here are really unique. The actual look itself is also unique. But go ahead and talking about the materials, you have this really nice sort of nylon style material. It is nylon in my opinion. There have been sort of loads of videos out there. People are sort of like dubbing them as sort of Gore-Tex material. Now, don't get me wrong, this silhouette does actually give off those vibes. If Nike were to drop anything sort of along those lines, you would definitely get a label to say these are Gore-Tex. So that's just my opinion. You know, it does give off those sort of Gore-Tex vibes, but it is actually just nylon material in my opinion. And if we go ahead and look at your toe box is of that same material that you have on your toe guard. The toe box itself, you also have those perforated holes, looks really nice. It's not your traditional Air Jordan 1, and that's what kind of drew me towards the whole sort of design. It could have easily have been a Travis Scott. It's all unique, you know, you have this sort of exposed foam sort of all throughout the sneaker. It's really cool in my opinion. It just really pops. Just the colour blocking all works really well. So just going back, your lacing systems, you have nice clean black laces. They did also come with some sail laces. You do have that sort of exposed features throughout the sneaker, and that exposed foam is obviously same sort of like colorway, so it really sort of it just works really well. I do like the black laces as well, don't get me wrong, they are really clean. Just go ahead and look at the tongue. The tongue itself is of that same nylon material, and because it's an OG, it's not your typical sort of Air Jordan 1 low tongue. This tongue is a lot slimmer and a lot shorter, so that's something else to notice when it comes to your OG pairs. But going back to your materials, on the actual tongue itself, the tab is of canvas material. You then have your Nike Air branding and the swoosh in that red colorway, and also you do have that exposed foam that runs along the lining of the tongue itself. Just go ahead and look at your side panel, which is this area around here. Same material again, you have that nice black nylon material. And looking at your eyelet and your lacing panels, which is this area around here, on the front side of the eyelets you have a darker grey nylon material. The upper portion of your eyelets is of a lighter grey colourway, and that's also of that same nylon material. If you just go ahead and look at your swoosh, you have a nice clean black swoosh, same nylon material, and it also has that exposed foam, which looks really cool in my opinion. And if we go ahead and look at your sock liner, which is this area around here, and it's that same black nylon material. And if I just switch it round and we look at your heel tab, your heel tab is of a darker grey colourway, and if I give that a little press, it does feel quite plush, but then again you do have your exposed foam underneath that also. But the leather itself is really clean. It is a lot more premium than your standard Air Jordan materials in my opinion. So that's a really cool detail. And if we go ahead and look at your heel tab itself, your heel tab is in a lighter grey colourway, and you have your Air Jordan Wings logo on your heel tab. Super cool. And if we look at your midsole, which is this area around here, you have a nice clean sail rubber midsole. Go ahead and look at your outsole, you have a standard black outsole. Just the colour blocking on the whole sneaker is super slick and very wearable. This is going straight in my rotation. And if I just show you the actual insole, the insole is of a, it looks more like a cream sort of colour. You then have your Nike and swoosh branding in that red colourway. Right, so I do believe that's everything in regards to material. And if I just go ahead and show you the shoe, your laces are attached to the left sneaker. It's in sort of like a nice sail colourway. Looks really clean, and it will go very well as a second choice when it comes to lacing. Right, so I do believe I've covered most of what I said I would cover in regards to materials. And if we just push along and talk about sizing, don't get me wrong, I did pick this up pretty late, so I did actually watch a couple of YouTube videos. I just wanted to get some idea in my head what they actually look like on foot. When it comes to sizing, I do agree upon one YouTuber. I can't remember his name from the top of my head, but he did say these actually do fit sort of loose. I did go true to size. To be honest, you have a lot of sort of room in the back area around the heel, but from my experience, if you do lace them up pretty loose, these are going to slip out. It is personal choice, but then coming back to your sizing, I would recommend probably going half a size down. Personally, I don't mind these to be a loose fit. I did have a little walk around in them. Yeah, the thing with me is I always worry about creasing sort of along your toe box. When it comes to this sizing with this particular pair, they will fit pretty loose around the back area. So I do believe you will experience a bit of slipping. So do consider that. But for myself, like I said, I went true to size, and I do have that sort of free sort of area around there. So if I push my foot all the way forward, you can sort of see a bit of gap in that back area. If you do have them laced up a bit tight, I do still believe you're gonna have that issue. I don't know what to say really. I went true to size, I'm happy with it, but to be honest, if I did go half a size down, they would have been perfect as well. It's everything else to consider, like the actual fit around the toe box area, but I actually just went true to size. I'm happy on that note. It was a yes and no for me at the time. I knew it was a yes for personal. At the time, I couldn't pull it off. I ended up doubling up on some of the sneakers, on some of the drops that I entered. I was able to flip them on, and at the end, I managed to grab this pair, and it'll go straight into my rotation. Moving back on about availability, they did drop a couple of weeks ago. Do shop around because it's not much of a hype pair, and I have full faith that you'll be able to cop these at retail. Right, so I'm about to wrap this video up. I appreciate if you've stuck around. I appreciate your support. I will finish off this video with an on foot, and I will say, if you're new along here, please make sure to like, share, comment and subscribe, and please make sure to hit that notification bell and stay up to date with any of my videos. And with all that out of the way, I should hope to see you on the next